So after we've made the money, where does sales actually lead to? Like a lot of people go, oh, well, are you just going to keep doing sales for the rest of your life? Yeah, some people do. But what else can it lead to? And what does sales really lead to at the end of the day? Sales is simply a transfer of emotion from one person to another that leads to a transaction. That's what sales is in its essence. But the first part of that I want you to understand, it's the transfer of emotion from one person to another. It's all about building human connection. It's about building relationships. Guys, some of the most crazy thing that sales has led me to is meeting people that I never thought I'd meet. I get to meet some incredible people around the world now. I mean, I've invested in myself and I do sales training courses, but I'm meeting people through sales that I never would have met. So number one thing it does is it leads you to meeting and having interactions with people that you would never have interacted with. Like think about it, if you're a surgeon, or if you're just a doctor, you're gonna have conversations with people. We're picking an industry where you earn quite a bit of money, but we're gonna interact with people, but you're just helping people get better. Like once they're better, they sort of forget about you. There was no real emotional transfer. Like you had an issue, they solved it, you moved on. But in sales is all about creating that emotional connection with someone. So after the sale's complete, if you're ethical about it, that person will remember you and want to refer to you, and you can call them on their birthdays or their kids' birthdays and just hope they're doing well. When you do that, guys, it opens, again, the possibility of people you can meet up to so many more people. You got to remember, like, we think of a network as a web. This is one of the things I think about in sales. If we think of sales as a web or networking as a web, and we're the center spider and all these little lines that come off that, every one of those lines is another person you meet that leads to an entire another web of people. Networking and interacting with people is just trying to meet as many of those people as you can. Get as many of those lines off your web and get an entire new web around you. Like when you do that, it opens you up to people you never thought you'd meet. So that's the first thing. It introduces you to people you never thought you'd meet. Number two, it allows you to get into positions you never thought you'd get into. When you become an epic salesperson, you're essentially creating the ability of transferring emotion from one individual to another. You're being able to persuade, or you're being able to influence people's decisions based on solving a need that they have. And one of the most amazing spots that leads you to is to some sort of management role or to executive level roles, because you've not only built a way to fix issues, because that's all sales is fixing issues, but you've been able to do that where you can emotionally alter someone else. And when you can emotionally alter someone else, you can really start to delve into industries or into positions you never would have had the opportunity. Like if we take a drafty is only ever working on a draft plan. He's constantly fixing issues, but he's not building that personal connection with people ever. So when he moves into an interview or into a management position, people won't want to listen to him because he doesn't know how to talk to people. But when we talk to people for a living and we change the way that they see life or change the way they see a problem, when we take that into an executive position, it really helps because we're getting people an understanding of how to look at things. Now, when people know that you've come from sales, a lot of the time, people in operations or people in professional fields will try and put you down because you don't really know a lot. But if you are really good at sales and you understand that we're just transferring emotion from one individual to another, you got to get them to believe in you. Salespeople are so good at getting you to believe in what they're trying to either sell you or being able to try to influence you towards. For an example, I'm selling a training course. I really want you guys to feel like this training course is going to be able to do something good for you. Or if I'm selling a car, I want you to feel like that car is going to change your life somehow. Like salespeople are really good at getting you to understand that way of life. And when you get really good at that, you can have conversations with people about anything because you're just talking to them about things that they enjoy and you're getting them excited about things that they want to be excited about. So salespeople has led me to meeting people I never thought I'd meet, and it's getting me into positions and into rooms I never thought I'd get into. The other thing sales can do for you is if you know how to sell and you go and start your own business in anything, you essentially are already the salesperson to sell that product. And the reason salespeople get paid so much is because it's hard to find really good salespeople. And when you do, that can completely blow up your company. So if you're already good at selling and you start your own business, how good is that going to be? You already have the tools to go out and sell that business or to sell that product you've produced. So whatever industry that you're in right now, I would encourage you to get into sales, learn sales, get good at sales, make lots of money, and then start the business that you really want to create. Or if you've already created a business, go and do some sales for a little while and understand the game of sales. Understand it's about transferring emotion from one individual to another. It's finding a solution to someone's problem, but doing it via them feeling like that was the solution they needed. Do you know when you're having an argument with someone? This one, it's great. When you're having an argument with someone, you tend to give them a solution to their problem, but because they're so mad, they don't take that solution. They don't take that advice you're giving them. They end up just going and keep ranting on about their issue. Where if you have a conversation with them the next day when they're not so angry and they've calmed down and you talk to them about the solution, chances are they're going to be a lot more receptive to it. Sales is the same. People have a problem that they have and we want to find a way to fix that problem, but we want to do it in a way where we can emotionally alter them in a positive way. Obviously, most of the time we make sales, people are coming to us with the issue and they want it solved. They're not just coming to us to tell us about their issue. So it's very easy to act on emotions then. But if they're not quite ready to buy then, the worst thing we can do is keep trying to ram it down their throat. We need to pick our times where we retreat a little bit and go, cool guys, let's come back for a meeting or let's reconnect in a couple of days. If you feel that they're already at the point where they're ready, cool, let's push that meeting a little harder. Let's push those people a little harder in that position because we want to get them to buy and fix the problem that they have. Again, it's a transfer of emotion from one individual to another that leads to a transaction. And if you want to do it ethically, you want to make sure that the solution that you're giving to their problem is truly the solution they need and not the one that you provide.